Hey everybody, it's Ian the Off Kilter Craft. I hope you're having a great day today. It is the beginning of March, which means March Madness for people who follow sports. Maybe it's March Quilty Madness. I like that idea better. It's also the start of the IG Quilts Fest over on Instagram. So if you're not, if you haven't heard of that before, you can go over to Instagram and use hashtag IG Quilt Fest, and you can take a look at all the posts that are going on. I've been taking part. First day was introductions, so I introduced myself to everybody, and you can get some great introductions to people that you've never seen before. So make sure to check that out if you're interested. But let's talk about what's happening back in February, what has already happened in February in this monthly recap. So honestly, a big part of this recap is going to be QuiltCon because I spent some weeks preparing for it, and then of course the actual event happened, and it was so much fun. I say it every year, but every year I say that this is the best year yet. And it just seems to get even better every year. I hope that trend continues, and I said that I wasn't going to be joining in next year in 2027 when it is in Atlanta, but after seeing how much face-to-face time I got with friends, brands, and everyone, I think I need to rethink that a little bit. So I am probably going to end up going next year, working out the details and seeing if I've got that time off and everything, but I think I'm going to be able to make it work somehow. But that's for the future. Let's talk about what happened this year. It was a great year, and if you want details from all four of us, that's myself, Mary, Tiffany, and Becca. We did a podcast episode that comes out this week, so make sure to listen to that recap where all four of us talk about our experiences, what we liked, what we didn't like, and everything in between. For me, it was just so special to get to see all of my friends and hang out with them. I did not take nearly enough pictures or videos to post on social media. My brain was really just focused on the moment and spending time with the friends that I only get to see once a year, if that. So I really wanted to take that time and spend it with them. And I did a lot of that. We did a lot of talking. We did a lot of laughing. Wow, that was weird. We did a lot of laughing and enjoying our time together, having dinners, hanging out at the show, just all the things that you would do with your friends and besties, and it could not have been better. I, of course, got to see some of my favorite shops as well. Heather from Crimson Tate was, of course, at the show, as she always is. It's always great to see that ball of sunshine that I call Heather. She's amazing, and it was great to spend time with her. Did end up helping to take her booth down. Some of her volunteers, unfortunately, backed out, so I stepped up along with a couple of my friends, and we all helped her get her booth down. I feel like in record time this time. Most years I end up helping her take her booth down, but it felt like this year was, I think, the fastest we've ever done it. I also got to see Threaded Lines, and that's Jennifer and Daryl. They were so great. As always, I'm sad because they're not going to Road to Virginia this year, so the next time I see them will probably be QuiltCon next year unless something happens in between now and then, which makes me sad. I enjoy hanging out with them and talking with them. They are amazing. Again, please go visit these shops that I'm talking about, Crimson Tate, Threaded Lines. Please go visit them. They're amazing, and people that I love to have in my circle, and they're just wonderful people. So support small business and support their small businesses. Honestly, there are just so many people that I got to see either having a booth or in a booth. Heather from Goldie Lou was there. Tisha was there. Just so many. It's hard for me to remember everybody, but I am just so thankful that I got to see them again and make new friends this year. I made several new friends. Julius from Julius Handmade, Dee from Pixel Quilts. Who else? So many people, it's hard to list them all off. It was amazing to make those new connections with everybody and really get to spend some quality time with them as well. I think the theme of this video today is going to be quality time because I really got that with everyone, and I am so glad that we have this event called QuiltCon where we get to do that and spend that time. Leo, of course, was there, and since I moved out of Texas, this was the first opportunity for me to really... No, I did see him at Road to Virginia. Excuse me, I did see him at Road to Virginia, but this was the longest period I got to hang around with Leo and spend some time with him since I've moved out of Texas. So if you were to ask me what my favorite part of QuiltCon is, it's the people, my friends, and everyone in the community. It makes QuiltCon, QuiltCon, and gives us that time to hang out together. Now, I feel like I might have been the talk of QuiltCon a little bit, maybe just a little bit, because I had my quilted jacket on. And let me tell you, I've never made a quilted jacket before, and honestly, I was sweating, worried that I wasn't going to get it done in time, and I had worked with Northcott on acquiring the fabric for this specific jacket, and I really wanted to keep it under wraps until it was time to show up at QuiltCon, and I'm so glad that I did that. I know many of you wanted a sneak peek on it, but honestly, I'm glad I kept it under wraps because it was gorgeous, and honestly, I feel really good wearing that jacket. Now, I'll do a whole video on its own, kind of blog style, vlog style, talking about my experience making that jacket, my thought processes, things like that. And yes, I am going to talk about my mistakes because I want to be transparent with y'all. I know I tell y'all not to talk about your mistakes, but I want y'all to see that I'm not perfect and I made a few mistakes. But it was great being able to show off that jacket at QuiltCon for the very first time, and for the first time ever for me to wear a quilted jacket. Now, it is kind of a fashion trend at QuiltCon that seems to be growing bigger and bigger each year. There are so many quilted outfits, quilted items, quilted everything that it just keeps growing every year. And this was the first year that QuiltCon did a fashion show hosted by my friend Matt. He did an amazing job hosting and emceeing, and I hope QuiltCon will do this again next year. It was honestly one of the most attended events at QuiltCon in the little demo area. In fact, there weren't enough seats for everyone. They were all lined up around the outside. And with it not being well advertised, I feel, I am excited to see how many people showed up and supported everybody and wanted to see the fashion. That took place on 2 evenings, afternoon evenings, Friday afternoon and Saturday afternoon. And QuiltCon, if you're listening, do it again. Bring it back bigger next year. It was definitely a hit. Another aspect of my QuiltCon journey is something that I talked about last time that I couldn't really reveal to you quite yet, but I now can. Unfortunately, I didn't get the glamour shots that I wanted because honestly, I ran out of time. It was just so much going on in the weeks leading up to QuiltCon that I totally spaced and forgot to take the glamour shots of my mini quilt. But this is the mini quilt that I made for my quilt recipient. She said she liked geometrics on her quilts. And looking through her profile on Instagram, I kind of felt like this was her vibe. I don't know if I nailed it or not, but she seemed to like it. So I hope that she will love it, and I definitely loved the one that I received. My swap recipient was Rhea, and when I opened hers, I loved it. I love rainbow colors, as you know, and can we just say how amazing this rainbow is? But I have to tell you, I didn't quite get it at first. It looks pretty cool. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I would have loved it no matter what. But then she told me I was holding it wrong, and that's when it really sunk in that I had it completely the wrong way. Oopsies. So, oh, and now I'm turning it the completely wrong way. I just looked over at my monitor and saw I was really turning it upside down. Do you see the black cat? On my sheet, I said I loved Halloween and I loved rainbows. Now, she didn't have to combine the two, but boy, did she ever, and it came out great. She said she was having trouble figuring it out, but soon figured a black cat on a rainbow background was the way to go. And I gotta tell you, I love it. It is so bright. It is so whimsical. It is just my style, and she knocked it out of the park. I can't wait to hang it up. I'll probably hang it up maybe right next to this one, or like right over here, I think. I don't know. I may have to move things around a little bit, but I love how it turned out. If you are ever going to QuiltCon, I highly recommend taking part in the mini swap because not only do you get to make a new friend, but you get to you have something to hang up in your sewing space and remind you of a special time that you got to share with a brand new friend. Now, QuiltCon wasn't without its change of circumstances, I guess is the best way to put it. Right before QuiltCon, Becca came down with the flu. I immediately put myself into quarantine and stayed away and crossed my fingers that I would not get sick. And thankfully, I did not. I was fully healthy all the way through, and thankfully, I didn't get sick at QuiltCon this year. So thumbs up to that. I am very excited about that fact because normally I get sick at after large gatherings like that. So take your vitamin C, guys, and do everything that you can. But somehow I managed to avoid it this year, and I'm very happy. Anyways, Becca unfortunately wasn't able to avoid that and ended up getting the flu. So Tiffany and I drove down when we were expecting to on Wednesday, and then Becca joined us Thursday night to join the show bright and early on Friday morning. Glad she made it. Glad she got to attend because I knew if I had gotten sick right when I could have, it would have meant I would have missed QuiltCon completely, which was going to really bum me out. It would have meant I would have had more vacation time that I would need to spend later in the year, but I was really hoping I was going to be able to attend, and thankfully I was. Other than that, though, honestly, there weren't many other hiccups that happened during the course of the event. We stayed at a hotel very close by, so it was nice to be able to walk back and forth to the convention center. Honestly, I love Raleigh as a location for QuiltCon. It seems to be perfectly placed, lots of great hotels nearby, and the crowd was massive. I think this was honestly the biggest QuiltCon that they've ever had. Pretty sure, we'll wait for the official numbers to come out, but the rumors that I'm hearing is this was the most attended QuiltCon in its entire history, which just means it's just going to keep growing and growing. And honestly, the convention center was kind of busting at the seams. They had to move the community quilts up into a ballroom separated from everything else, which I think is the first year that they've ever had to do that. We'll see what next year brings. It'll be in Atlanta, and then in 2028, we'll see where they end up. Austin is out, so Austin will not be happening. My prediction will be Phoenix, because it seems to be pretty popular over there too. Let's see what happens. We should know within the next couple of months where 2028 will be. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've been working on the month of February, getting ready for QuiltCon, packing, working on my quilted jacket, working on my mini swap, and then attending QuiltCon. I did finish one other thing during the month of February, and that was, of course, Becca's pattern trellis garden. I worked on that and created a very blue quilt. It had some over-dyed fabrics that Becca gave me a few years ago. She gave me some over-dyed fabric from the So Yeah guys. They did a collaboration with Cherrywood Fabrics and mixed those together to make some over-dyed line work from Tula Pink, and I didn't really know what to do with it. So it was fun to shop my shelves and figure out some wonderful fabrics to mix with it. And I love the pop of orange that I put into it, because blue and orange always, it's my happy place. So I had to do that, and I love how this one came out. It's even been quilted already. Tiffany, while she was here, did some quilting on it really quickly, and it turned out beautiful. She did kind of a, what is that, topographic map kind of look to it. It looks very good, and I can't wait to put the binding on it. And I think it'll probably go to one of my nieces or nephews, more than likely, because I'm going down the list of them, figuring out who's next to get a quilt from me. So that will probably be their Christmas present this year. Shh, don't tell them. But we'll see what happens, and it may end up somewhere else. We'll just have to wait and see how the year goes. I've also been working on the Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt Clues. We have, of course, Field of Dreams. I always get this wrong. I'm going to get it right at the time we get to Clue 10. But anyways, Field of Dreams is currently underway, and I haven't even started my clues, to be honest. They're actually sitting up on that shelf just above my head there. Haven't even started Clue 1. We did receive Clue 1, but I haven't even started it yet. And I've also been working on Under the Sea. I'm very excited because next month I get to show off Under the Sea. So be there for the live event. I know you're going to get some beautiful colorways. Maybe not mine. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I am, yeah, we'll see how mine comes together. But I know there are some other beautiful colorways. I've seen some people posting their clues, and I'm very excited to see how the colorways all come together. There's always some that surprise you when you're looking at them. You didn't expect them to look the way that they do, but they are always beautiful and fun. So can't wait to see how they all turn out. Tune in, if I can talk correctly, for that live event that will be at the end of April, that month. It'll be at the end of April, so make sure to check it out. Go over to their YouTube channel and subscribe so that way you know when they go live. My head is all over the place, so let's stop talking about me. Let's talk about you. What projects have y'all been working on? So here are 5 projects that caught my eye this month. So there you have it, folks. Lots going on. Don't forget, we have the Alaska cruise, which the sign up for that is rapidly coming to an end. So if you want to go to Alaska with Becca, Tiffany, and I, make sure to go check out my website, offkiltercrafterian.com/Alaska. Get all the details and sign up today, because we are running out of time for you to sign up for that one. Also, don't forget, next year we have myself, Becca, and Chris from Rose City Originals. We're going to Australia, New Zealand. So if you're interested in that, sign up for that one. And there are some other things in the works that I can't wait to reveal to you. So be on the lookout for more announcements. I hope everybody has a great day. And remember, guys, normal is just a setting on the dryer. Bye.